Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fire for Revival. So, a few just for your information announcement things before we get started. As you can see, we have a new logo thing that was designed for us by, and I don't know if she wants to be named or not, but, anyways, what is she called? Hold on. Office manager, I guess? The office manager of our church. I don't know what her actual title is. Oh well, office manager works. Either way, the office manager or whatever her actual job title is, I don't know what it actually is, so my apologies. But anyway, she designed this for me and I really, really think it's awesome. So, and also, we are not going to be having my face like recording or video stuff working because I am having tech issues, which I don't know how to fix at the current moment. I am working on it, but I am a farm kid, so me and tech don't really get along. So, for the foreseeable future, until I get that fixed, this is what we're going to work with. It looks cool and it actually fits with more of the podcast feel until I can get my camera stuff worked out. But, anyways, I think that should do it for the announcements. Oh, and also apologies for missing last week. Like I said, I've tried to do once a week, but last week it just didn't work out. The weather's been really bad. It's been really cold. I snowplow and it has snowed a lot. And I also had opportunities to, like I said, I live on a farm, so every now and again we butcher cows and that kind of stuff. So just life got busy and it didn't work out. But hopefully I will get 2 out this week. Maybe. No promises on that, just like I don't promise to get once a week out, but it just depends on how this works. Along with the other technical issues, I don't know how to edit this stuff. So most of these things are, if there's an error that's just a teeny tiny little like video thing or like audio thing, I leave it in there just because I can't edit it out. So that's why some of these you'll see me like do like fumble around or stutter a little bit. And the reason that happens is because it's better than pretty much the last 8 times I recorded it. But anyway, so for now we're going to stick with the little blank screen with the cool logo on it, which I think is really, really super awesome, and thank you so much for designing that for me. Anyways, we are going to be continuing with the beatitudes. I'm hoping to get maybe 2 of them done today. Like I said, I don't got the editing thing all figured out, so it just depends on how this all works. So, moving on, we are going to read the Beatitudes again just so we get that back in our minds, and that is in Matthew chapter 5, verses 1 through 10. Seeing the crowds, he went up on the mountain, and when he sat down, his disciples came to him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom. Blessed is the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And like I said, we are going to be on meekness first. And when it's talking about being meek, it's talking about having a true view of yourself. It's a true view in the sense of you realize that you are a sinner. You realize that you're not as great a person as you might think you are. You could have this, oh, I'm so cool. I'm like the awesomest. Maybe I'm not even the awesomest, but I'm definitely better than so-and-so. Well, meekness is being humble and recognizing the just the sin-cursed person you really are and accepting that fact. And when it's accepting that, it makes you gentle, it makes you humble and sensitive and patient for others. That way when you talk to them, you can have those about you. You can be patient, you can be gentle, and you are humble. And it's all of that that will inherit you the kingdom of heaven and make you blessed. Now, it may not seem like that, because when we talk about inheritance, you might think, if you had a whole bunch of siblings and you got the inheritance from your parents after they passed, it would be maybe they didn't write it up right, so you got to deal with, oh, well, I want this or I want that. Like, I want mom's car or I want dad's old muzzle loader. All that kind of stuff, you might end up arguing about it. And if you were meek, like humble and kind, you might get walked all over on that and just ended up with the pocket watch that is still cool but no muzzle loader. Either way, when we think of meek, you might think, okay, that'll get me walked over. But even though it may, that's how God wants us to act. He wants us to be meek and humble because he uses those who are humble. And it's all of that that God can use. He uses you when you're humble, and he wants you to be sensitive, he wants you to be gentle, and he wants you to be patient with others. Because ultimately, he was all of these for us, so we need to have those with others. Next is, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Now, it's very important to recognize the for righteousness in that, because if you read it too fast, you might miss that and be, oh, well, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for, like, actual sustenance, being like food and water. And it's not talking about being hungry for a steak dinner or thirsty for a root beer or Mountain Dew or whatever your drink of choice is. Real healthy drinks of choice there, I know, but either way, it's not talking about your physical needs for food and water. He's talking about you wanting to have that hunger for righteousness. It's the same feeling as a hunger and thirst. So imagine like if you've missed breakfast and lunch and you've been working all day, maybe you didn't have time for it. I know some people usually skip breakfast, myself included, but every now and again it'll be like, oh, well, I missed breakfast, which big whoop, I missed lunch too, uh-oh, and maybe you even miss supper, which usually that doesn't work for me, otherwise I get to pass out, and that's super fun. But imagine that feeling like you've missed almost every meal in the day and you're super, super hungry. It feels like your stomach is eating yourself, which kind of is. But the point is that hunger pain, that desire for sustenance, we're supposed to have that for righteousness. It's to seek righteousness and just wanting a correct relationship with God. And that goes against the norm because it's in our entire nature, I guess. My mind wanted to say programming, but we're not robots. It's in our nature to want to seek self stuff, I guess, to want to have the best car, the best food, the best, like the most money. It's in our nature to want that stuff. But here it's saying, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. To have that drive of like, oh, I want this so bad that like I'm going to die without it. That hunger pain, but for righteousness. And it says that they will be satisfied. Now all these beatitudes, when it's saying, blessed are those who hunger and thirst, for they will be satisfied, it's talking about like later satisfaction. It's not you will be satisfied here on this earth. It is talking about when we enter into glory with God, if you're a believer, when you go to heaven, then you will be satisfied. All of these beatitudes are going against the norm because it's giving up on things earthly. It's giving up on the things here for things in heaven. It's setting yourselves up for heavenly treasures more than earthly treasures. All right, after that is, blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Now, mercy is very important. Mercy is compassion for people in need. And Jesus doesn't specify who to be merciful to, and that's very important. It's not, oh, be merciful to the people you like. No, it's be merciful to everybody. I just hit my microphone, so that's going to sound weird. My apologies. But it's being merciful to everyone, not just the people you like, but also your enemies, which can be very hard because if you see somebody you really don't like and they're maybe going in rough time, it's in our like nature to be like, about time he got what's coming to him. That is a horrible thing to do. Even your enemies you shouldn't want bad things to happen to them. That is a horrible thing to do. But we're supposed to have mercy to everyone. And God doesn't need to elaborate on that. He didn't elaborate, and he didn't need to, just because of the mercy he showed to us. He died on the cross so that we could go to heaven with him and not be given the eternal damnation to hell that we deserved. He died on the cross so that we could be saved. It is only right that we show mercy to those people. Because he showed mercy to us, we need to show mercy to others. All right, next is, blessed are those who are pure in heart. This is a big one. And I think we'll end here. I might be able to get Nah, like I said, yeah, we'll probably end here. But I can't wait to finish up these the next time with you guys. Everybody have a blessed day, and I can't wait to catch you on the next one. Uh, yeah, see ya.